Last na lang. Ino ka ba, niyaya ka ni Manny, bibigyan ka raw ng ticket to watch the fight? May ganon?
Wish ko din po yan eh. Ayun po, sana.
Oo, gusto mo manood?
Opo, siyempre, sino ba naman po?
Diba? Okay, thank you. Kay Direk naman. So, Direk, yung process, it started 3 years ago. Tapos, kailan yung pinaka-photography nag-start talaga?
Yeah, well, we started last year. Principal photography started in June, or no, July. Actually, I was talking about the film being very challenging. No? We shot day 1, and the next day, Glenda literally destroyed all our sets.
Oh, Glenda.
Glenda hit us. So
saan yung set nyo, Direk?
we shot some of the mountain scenes in San Pablo, Laguna. We did some of the province scenes there before we went to Sarangani. So we got Glenda, you know? But we kept persevering. You know, I kept telling my staff, you know, we're almost like going through what Pacquiao went through. You know, it's the hardships. But let's go. We have a goal in mind. You know, we have a film to make. And so we started July. We finished in September. And I was fortunate enough to do post-production in Los Angeles. I did my editing and all my stuff in LA. And we really didn't know when the film was going to be shown. You know, we didn't even know how. I didn't have any plans. You know, it was just one of those things. You know, and Star Cinema, Miss Malu called me up and said, "Can we see it?" It was about 70% done at that time, and it was one of those moments, I guess, in a filmmaker's life. Na pumasok ka sa isang film studio like Star Cinema. When you go inside the conference room, you see Miss Malu, you see Inang, you know, sila Miko, Roxy, all the creative teams there. I think there are about 12. And they were going to give me 2 hours of their time. Talagang to watch, you know, it was pretty nerve-wracking. And it was great that when they watched it, they loved it. And then the next step was sila Ma'am Chara and Sir Gabi, they viewed it. And that's why we're here today. And it's just such a blessing that in time din for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight.
Yun nga eh, parang ang perfect ng timing, no? So, naging factor din pa Direk kasi nga, parang papalapit na yung wedding mo. So, dapat tapusin nyo na ni Tony yung mga commitments bago, pag ganon. Tama, sakto rin, no?
But yeah, you know, of course, the movie was done. It was just really timely na April 15. Ma'am Charo, as Nico said, personally picked the play date, and their support has been great, and it's perfect timing. Only something God can do, you know, honestly.
Direk, tanong ko lang yung how significant was Cesar Montano's role dito?
Cesar plays a very strong supporting role, and honestly, my respect to him as an actor, you know, increased because you know you have Cesar Montano, one of the best actors in Philippine cinema, and also a director. You know, for him to take out of his time to get a supporting role. You know, he plays a strong support. He plays Sardo, a cousin of Janisha, the uncle of Emmanuel. He was the first one that parang mentored Manny into boxing. Parang siya nang una, parang nag-discover kay, he was the one who named Emmanuel Kid Kulafu. And honestly, when I talked to Cesar, I was excited when he accepted the role because I got to now learn from him. You know, I'm still also very young in the industry. I get to learn from this actor that has come out in some of the best movies in Philippine cinema. You know, Jose Rizal, Muroami, and I get to work with him on the set. And it was a great collaboration because Cesar loves to collaborate. You know, it's back and forth, and I love that with my actors. You know, before we do a scene, bato-bato muna, talk, you know, immerse. And Cesar really taught me that, and you know, very thankful to him that he took the role.
Okay, last two na lang din. Yung kasi yung Pacquiao the movie was done 6 years ago, co-produced with Star Cinema, and it starred Jericho and Peya as the mga bida, di ba? And directed by Joel Labangan. But it was a major box office disappointment. Not to put pressure on you, how do you feel that anong box office chances this time ito pelikula ni Manny na ito nalalapit na nga yung kanyang biggest fight of his career? Ayun, tapos yung mga bida mo, parang it's an indie pa rin no? Yung dating niya, hindi yung mga big stars ang mo, artista mo, parang gano'n. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, we don't have, you know, quote-unquote big stars, but we have great actors. And, you know, from Buboy to Khalil, to Iggy Toy, to Jo Marie, to Alex, and to Alessandra and Cesar, to the whole cast. We have great actors. And, you know, as a filmmaker, you want to do your best to tell a great story, and sometimes, you know, it went this way. I couldn't cast I had Pacquiao to cast. I had to get someone resembles him, and I found that in Buboy. But yes, I guess, Indian approach, it's very different. I saw Jericho's Pacquiao movie directed by Joel Amaman. I saw that film as part of my immersion. I know with Froilan and Amor we saw that. And we're not trying to say we're better than that. We're not trying to say this is the movie. We're just giving you an alternative feel to Pacquiao's life. We feel we're different because this focuses on the first 15 years of his life. When that film was parang medyo sikat na siya. It opens up, Morales fight na yata sa Vegas. Diba? So we only go up to the first championship. We hit amateur days. And yeah, in terms of box office, I'm expecting 100 million. So,
Yes! Why not? That's all. Last na lang direct. Kasi parang yung family mo talaga is kind of close na talaga kay Manny, no? So, are you one of the privileged few na makakanood sa Mayweather fight sa May?
Well, I'll definitely be there to support Manny. If I get into the arena, that would be a great blessing. But I'm gonna be there in Las Vegas to watch. Whether or not I get to sit in the arena or not, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is that Manny sees my support for him. Because he's just been such a great blessing to this project. It's something just I want to do in return. And if I find my way, if we make 100 million, baka I can buy a ticket.
So you're not yet sure about your ticket pa?
Well, I don't think anybody's sure.
Yeah.
You can actually. I was just in Los Angeles. Even Manny himself doesn't know when the tickets are coming up.
I know.
So it's Mayweather is controlling everything. That's why the only difference is Mayweather's controlling it all now. But May 3, Manny will knock him out, and he will be the boss. So.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ayan. Baka si Bernard Cloma, may alam na bibila ng ticket.
Sure, meron yan.
Thank you very much! Ayan. Ito na. Here's a question from the Philippine star, Pablo Daliman. To Pablo. You have your mic.
Yeah, Direct. Why did you decide to just focus on the childhood of Manny Pacquiao, and what did you see in the stage of Manny Pacquiao as a young fighter? What was special about that phase of his life from what you went through?
Well, I've said this, and I said I think the biggest fight of his life is Kid Kulafu. Is before he got into the boxing ring, the biggest fight of his life was growing up. We had this saying earlier, before he conquered the world, he had to conquer himself first, and and that's what he did. He was able to survive his childhood, so that when he got into the ring, he had all the motivation, the inspiration to just one by one knock out the opponents. He had that sense of urgency. Every time he got into that ring, he wasn't just fighting to win a title. He was fighting for family, and family turned into friends. Friends turned into country. It evolved. I know one of our challenges in writing, when Froilan was writing the film, was we had this advice. When you write the film, write it not about Manny Pacquiao, write it about a young boy. I think we even called him Roger or something like that. Because if it can work as a story about a young boy, then what the bonus is, it's about Manny Pacquiao. That was kind of our process. And but basically, honestly, if you ask me, Kid Kulafu, it's a story about a young boy who had nothing, but all he had were big dreams. And what he did was he fought every day of his life to make sure that those dreams come true. And then he ended up changing the world. It's something everybody has. I don't think we all have that gift. And I guess, Pacquiao just really wanted it so bad. And just like any one of us, wherever we come, if we're rich, poor, middle class, if you dream and you fight every day to make that dream come true, why not change the world also? And what better example than Manny Pacquiao? So that's why I thought that this is a film that the Filipinos need to see, that the youth need to see, everybody needs to see, so that, if there is something going on in your life, today, and there's a challenge, there's a fight, here is this young boy, he was born with nothing, and he did it. So why can't you? So parang ganon, it's to give hope, to give inspiration, to kind of reassure people that dreams can come true. And as cliche as it sounds, it's true, and that's Kid Kulafu.
Thank you. Another question. How did you work with actors who are portraying older roles, like for instance, Alex is portraying the father of of Manny Pacquiao. How do you work with actors who in real life are much younger than you?
Well, in terms of age, Alex is about the same age as Rosario when the film takes place. No? See, Alessandro De Rossi is about the same age as Janisha during the period of the film. No? You know, my method with actors is I really want to get into character. I focus into character. You know, your job as a director is to tell a story, and for me, it's how do we tell the story best. And we collaborate. You know, I do my best to paint a picture of the character of what I see. But I think the true mark of a great actor is when they can also become that character, you know, seamlessly. And you know, Alex, Uboy, Alessandra, everyone up here, Cesar, they turned into characters. And you know, sometimes that's very rare in cinema, where when you watch a movie, you don't see Buboy Villar, you know, you don't see Cesar Montano, you see Sardo, you see Emmanuel Pacquiao, and it takes, you know, I can only do so much direction. You know, it's the craft that these actors go through in terms of workshops, learning the method, and their own little creative process. You know, it's exciting. It's what makes me want to do more films. You know, I love working with actors. I love collaborating. I'm on the set. You know, as much as possible, I want to be there where it happens, and that's where the magic of movies, I guess, takes place. And Kid Kulafu is, I think, a great example of that.
Yeah, thank you. Question.